Hi and welcome everyone. You're watching another 24/7 TBC live broadcast on how to do a live broadcast. My name is Paul and this is episode 73 and today's date is June 21st, 2018. Okay. We have a 30-day exciting bonus with our cookie rewards that we need to take advantage of because we may never see it again. And you really need to take advantage of it, or you can take the most advantage of it by being a broadcaster. And I think I said yesterday, if I could learn how to do it, anybody could, because I'm very non-techie. Obviously, I still haven't learned. Like Dan Lutz said the other day, I should have some music playing before I start or while I'm getting started. But I'll get around to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to show you what I do anyway to do a live broadcast. So hopefully those individuals out there who are a part of our community and are afraid or just don't know how to, or they think maybe it's complicated, show what I do so that you can just copy and at least do a live broadcast. Because if you do one live broadcast and then purchase $100, yeah, you'll get 5 coins. I think is how it works. I know you used to be able to get 1 coin from doing that. Now you can get 5. Okay, everything's been increased by 500%, so it's just incredible. Okay, so let me share my screen. Well, first, there we go. I've never done this quite before, show something live on a broadcast. So I hope I do it okay. I'm just winging it. I didn't do this before to prepare. My time is so busy. Okay. Switching over. All right, now. Here is your Kringle back office. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay, now I'm in. Okay, so this is what you want to do first. Okay, up here you see dashboard, migration, cruise, broadcast. Now this broadcast, if you click on it, will let you know today who is doing their broadcasts. Okay, so if I was to look at that, and you could go down here and you could see who's doing their broadcast, and you can see that out of a 24-hour day, the slots have been divided into half-hour slots. You can read the slot in your own time zone. You can go up here, I believe there's somewhere, see, and you can put in whatever time zone you want. Okay. My time slot, I automatically know that it's number 25 every day. So as soon as I get back here where I want to schedule one for the next day, and you have to schedule it every day, okay, or the day before you do a broadcast is when you schedule it, schedule your time. And then you can always go back and delete it if something happens and you're unable to do it. So 25, there's me, there's my channel. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now this minute. And these are the ones that are going on later on tonight or today, wherever you're at. Okay, so there's a lot of slots open, as you can see, and it's too late to fill these slots in unless you just come on live perhaps. But anyway, going back now I'm going to scroll down until I get to send button. And I'm going to click on send button and all this comes up. Well, this second one is what you want to, is where you're going to go. It says tomorrow's broadcast. Okay, so the day that you start to do this and you want to do it the next day, this is how you get put on the schedule. You go down to send button and then you go down to tomorrow's broadcast and you click on tomorrow's broadcast. And here is where you'll literally be able to put your YouTube link. Yes, you have to have a YouTube channel, but if you have a Gmail account, a Google account, you'll automatically be able to have a YouTube account because Google owns YouTube. So if you don't have a YouTube channel yet, it's very easy to just click on youtube.com and create a site there for yourself. Okay. So, but here is where you'll come as soon as if you've got a channel and your channel's just done, okay, then this is what you do. You go to your Kringle Cache, you go down to send button, and then you click on where it says tomorrow's broadcast. Okay, and now these are all the people that have already put a link up there, and people can do at least 2 at the same time. And we could do 1 million, okay, a day. So there's no end to this. And you'll see that anybody who wants to do a half-hour or longer slot, you can just schedule yourself for a half-hour. If you go over a half-hour, that's fine. People can go over and watch someone else, or they can finish watching you, or they can come back and watch you later, because these things, these videos you make stay on your YouTube channel. Okay, so anyway, if I go down here to number 25, my time, then you'll see that the first thing I did today was I scheduled myself for tomorrow. Okay, now if something comes up and I'm unable to do it tomorrow, I can hit this delete button and it just goes away. Watch, I'll show you. I hit the delete button and now I'll go back down to slot 25. Okay, and there it is. It just says now anybody can schedule. All these blue bars here, you can click on and you can schedule yourself. So if there's someone set here, like right down here, there's someone set here, you want that time too? Okay, just go over and click on there. See, and this is what happens when you click on. So I'm going to reschedule myself because I am 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time is perfect for me. So I click on that and this pops up, time slot request, all right? And here is where you can put your link to your YouTube channel. And that's what it is. It's just it's HTTP, you know, and then www.youtube.com/C, okay, which stands for channel, / and then whatever is the name of your YouTube channel. Mine is Paul Fisher 69. Okay, so you put that in there. Some people put their actual, they create their link and they're scheduled over at YouTube, and then they come back maybe, or then they come and they schedule themselves. They probably come back because you want to schedule yourself first, so you know you got that time slot, so that you know you don't have to mess around with changing that when you go back to YouTube if you see, oh, it's been taken. Okay, so I just put my YouTube channel and hope people subscribe, which they have, and they've clicked on the bell, which means they get a notice in their email saying that I've done a live broadcast for that day. And it hits their email right when I go live. Now, if they don't have a chance to watch, that's okay. They can come back, see, anytime they want, when it's convenient for them, and click on, that email, and it will pop up my video, and they can watch whatever they want. Okay, so this is how I do it. Okay. Then it gives you what language you want to broadcast in. Okay, the only language I can speak fluently is English, so I put English and then I hit submit. Okay, and then boom, it should be done. So then I could scroll down to number 25. Okay, and there I'm at. And of course, I can delete it if something comes up between now and tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Okay, so I'm done with this. Okay, so now I can just get out. So I go up and log out. And then the next thing I want to do, in fact, why don't I just go straight to my YouTube channel? Okay, so now you go over, and I assume you have created a YouTube channel. Okay, you don't have to be fancy and put a picture until you figure out how to do that. If you haven't even, created a YouTube channel yet, don't worry about that. This will just be blank. Okay, but here's all the videos that I do. Yours may be blank, and that's okay. All right. So up here, you can hit Customize Channel or Creator Studio. What you want to do is you want to hit Creator Studio, because you're going to now create a time slot where you're going to do a live show. So you click on Creator Studio. Okay, and this page pulls up. And this has all the ones that I've done. And over here, it's got Video Manager, and it's showing all my videos. Well, I don't want that. I want to go down here where it says Live Streaming. Okay, I want to click on Live Streaming, or you can click this button here. And this pops up here. Stream now, events, or camera. I don't want to stream now. I want events. I want to create an event for tomorrow, right? So I hit events, and this pops up. Now this is the event that I'm doing right now. See, it says live now. Okay. So over here on the right, up at the top here, it says new live event. This is what you want to click next. Once you get on this event, it should be blank if you've never done a video. Okay. So go up first and hit this new live event button. And it says, you get a page that says create a new event. Okay, and it's automatically on the basic information. I never mess around with the advanced settings. Okay, you can if you want. You can go in here and you can disable the live chat, but you don't want to do that because you want people to be able to ask questions. And I think over here somewhere you can actually, it says here, allow comments. These are comments that come later on when people are watching, when they're not live, and they can leave comments below the video. You can allow, or you can click that and not allow. It's up to you. So far, I've only got one troll, so I mostly just don't bother with it and leave it like that. All this other stuff, I just leave it wherever it lands. So far, everything's been cool. So I've never had to basically fool with any of these things on advanced settings. Okay, so just stick with the basic info. Okay, so you can give it a title. And I have a Google document where I put on, the titles that I'm going to do every day. So let's say I'm going to do the same title as I did today. I'm just copying and pasting that. But you can make up any title you want. You can, in fact, you can make up no title. You can just put, TBC Live like this. TBC well, you could put like, let's see, 24/7 live TBC. Then maybe put your title. Okay, how to do a live broadcast. And if you want, you can put, you know, how many videos you've done so far. So if it's your first one, you could put 1. You could put episode 1, like I do. Episode 1. And that's it. You've got to have a title. Okay. And then it says today. So it depends on what time it is. If it's past the time and you're already making it for today, like for instance, right now it's 5:20 or 5:16 my time in the evening. Okay, so if I waited till after 12 a.m., then I would need to hit this and go on to the next day, which tomorrow would be the 22nd. Okay, so I would click there, and sometimes it doesn't go through. This may be just my site. Always make sure though that when you click the next day that it actually shows the date up there. Otherwise, it will remind you when you go to hit save or create event. Okay, so if I'm making this for tomorrow, then I want to change the time to 5 p.m. because that's my time slot. I love that time slot. It's perfect for me. Okay. Now you could put an end time, but I never bothered to do that because I never know when I'm going to end. So it doesn't matter. Okay. So you don't have to worry about that. Just make sure you got the date that you're going to do it and the time and whatever you had already scheduled, right? Back here on your Kringle Cash site. Now, you could put a description. You could put any kind of description you want. I suggest, and the way I just figured out how to do a description was I just looked at other live broadcasters and looked down below on their descriptions under their videos to see what they were putting. Obviously, they were putting their contact information, their phone numbers or their email or their Telegram usernames and stuff like that, their Facebook page, some way that people could get a hold of them. And then they may add also things like, you know, the link for the main TBC website and the blog perhaps, and whatever else they wanted to throw in there. Okay. So that's what I did. And that's the easiest way to come up with a description, I think, is to look at other people's descriptions and figure out what you like about them or mix them up, you know, and put them on a document. And then when you've got it down and it's all your information, then all you got to do is copy and paste. Bam, you just paste it. Okay. So I actually have it all down here. Okay. On a document, on a Google document. So I could just literally copy this. Okay. And then go back and literally paste it. Okay. And I'm done. It's all there. Now, if I wanted to make any changes or I wanted to add something because I'm doing a specific type of subject and I have a video that goes with it, then I'll add that on. Okay. Now, when it comes to tags, these are things where people look up, they do searches on YouTube. They'll get on YouTube and they'll do a search for something like, oh, I want to find out more about Bitcoin. So I'll just put the word Bitcoin in, you know, into the search. And if you have a tag for Bitcoin and it, especially if it's up here in the title, then there's a very good chance your video will pop up on that first page and people will see it. Okay, so that's what tags are all about. Tags are easy to do. I do the same tags every day. The first tag I do is TBC in capitals. And then what I do is I go down and I hit the comma on my keyboard, the comma. Or if you're doing this on your phone, the comma. When you hit the comma, that puts it in. And then it's ready for another one, right? So I go the billion coin and hit the comma. Okay, and then I'll put Bitcoin in because I'm always talking about Bitcoin. So I don't really know details about how these tags really work. So I may be wasting my time. I have no, perhaps it's got to be in the title. I don't know, but or maybe somewhere in the description. I don't know, but I throw that in anyway. And then I go, let's see, cryptocurrency I'll put in. Hit the comma. And then I'll put fiat currency because I'm always talking about that. But like I say, it may mean nothing if I don't write it somewhere on the video. So, but I just throw these tags in, whatever I can think of. Poverty, I'm always talking about poverty. I don't know if that helps or not. Eliminating poverty. Eliminating poverty. Hit the comma. Then usually the last thing I'll do is put my name. I have no idea if that helps. Okay, it's already on public, which is what you want. If you click, you'll notice it could be unlisted or it could be private. If you ever click private, then nobody's going to see this live. When you go live, no one's going to see it but you. Unlisted means, I'm not quite sure. But it's not good either. You want it to be public if you're doing a live broadcast. So just leave it alone, right? And now you're set. I'm done. Okay, it says here type quick, and it's already clicked for me using Google Hangouts on air or try camera. And it lets you know about what these things are, or you can click on custom, like, whatever. Now, obviously, Dan Lutz, he uses Zoom, so I would imagine he probably clicks his custom. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not techie. So I just leave this alone. It's always on quick using Google Hangouts. So once I'm done putting in my tags, and I make sure, see how it says today again? Okay, so I did something wrong there. Not wrong, but it just kind of disappeared. So I'm going to go ahead and put tomorrow. It still didn't take it, so I'll hit it again. That could just be my computer. Okay, so now it's done. I've looked it all over. Everything's cool, right? Well, actually, I don't want to do, I think my broadcast would be 74 tomorrow. And I can come back, like I said, and I can change this title anytime I want between now and tomorrow's broadcast. Okay, I can change that. Lets you change it. It's real easy. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on create event. Okay, so as you can see, so far it's very, very simple. Now, it shows that I've got 4 events. What it is that these 3 were mistakes that I had created when I was learning how to do it, where something went wrong. Here's one, episode 60, something went wrong, and I canceled it. The thing is, I don't know how to get rid of it. So I just went back and I changed under the edit button, I went back and changed it to private so that nobody would be able to see these mistakes. Okay, for instance, this one you'll see a world globe. So that's live in the sense that it's ready to go when you click on Start Hangout on Air. Okay, but that's what these 3 things are, and I can't figure out how to just completely delete them. I really don't know how to delete these entire videos and just get them off my page. But I always see these 3, and I just ignore them because this is the last one that's real, right? And this is the one we just made, or I just made. Okay, how to do a live broadcast. I just used that from today's episode 74. That'll be my 74th episode if I stick with this tomorrow. And then that's it. You're done. You're really done. Now, what happens tomorrow when you get ready to do your live broadcast? You'll log into your YouTube again. Okay. Now watch. I'll just go ahead and click right off of that. And I'll go back and go on my YouTube channel. log into my YouTube channel. It just pops up, right? So tomorrow I'll be doing this, okay? And then I'll click on Creator Studio again. I'll go down and I'll click Live Streaming and Events. And I do this, you know, whenever I'm getting ready to do the event, a half hour before the event, 5 minutes before the event, whatever is the situation. Okay, so now for some reason it's not showing. What did I do wrong? Let's see. It's just showing the one I'm doing right now. And it should be showing the event for tomorrow. For some reason, it didn't take. Maybe because I'm live, it didn't take. But let's just pretend that this is the one that you have set up for the following day. Okay. Now, you just come to this page and you wait until it's your time. Okay, like my time is 5. So if I get here and I open this page up at 4:45, I pull up this, okay? I go to the Creator Studio, I go to Live Streaming, I go to the Events. It will show the 4 of them. I go down to the 4th one because on mine, you know, like I said, I have 3 there that I messed up with. So I switched them over to private so no one can see. And it's got these things where I can click on. Now, if I click on here, how to do a live broadcast, it will take you to a page where it's like a, okay. And here's what it looks like. Broadcast. It will take you. Okay, I'm going to take that sound off. And here's where I can see my chat. Now, when I go to that waiting page, again, by clicking on this live, the title, it will just pop up a page like this, and it will just be nothing there, okay? In the chat, there'll be nothing there, okay? But you can write something down here. I wrote, welcome everyone, right before I went on live, okay? And you can keep this page open so that you can look at who is there. Hi, Stephen Covey. Hi, Seren's TBC Prayer Warrior. Thanks for joining. Kia, I imagine, is the name. Okay, so this way you can look at the live chat, and if anybody has any questions that you can answer, you can go ahead and answer down here. Okay, so this, I keep 2 tabs open. One is this tab, okay, and once I open it, I just leave it. Like I said, there's nothing there until you start. There's nothing here until you start, unless one of these people came on early and they say, hi, Paul, something like that, okay? So then I have the other tab, which is still this. I click over to the other tab, and I've got this, okay? So right at 5 o'clock, it says Start Hangout. Right now it says Resume Hangout, right? But it says Start Hangout on Air, okay? So I just watch my clock down here until it says 5 o'clock. And as soon as it says 5 o'clock, I click on this button right here that says Start, not Resume. It'll say Start Hangout on Air. Okay? And a page will pop up. Okay, and it won't have all this stuff on there. Okay, because this is with me sharing it. But it will just have a blank black picture. And it will say down here, Start Broadcast. So right at 5 o'clock, I click on the Start Broadcast. It kind of buffs up from 1% to 100%. You can watch it. And then the button will change over to Start Broadcast or Begin Broadcast or something like that, okay? And I'll click on that. And once you click on that, you'll see your camera come on. If you're on a laptop, you'll see the white light flash on up there. And then you know people are looking at you, okay? And then again, it buffs just a little bit before it says, okay, you are now live. And once you're live, you can start talking, okay? And you can always go up and, you know, minimize that. And people will still just be seeing you, okay? But this way you can go into other things that you could go into a blog, you know, and they won't see the blog, but you'll be able to talk and read the blog or whatever you want to do, talk about on your live broadcast. Okay, but you'll see the camera lights still on up there. Now, when I share, or when you share your screen, which is really easy to do, you just hit the share button over here. See where it says screen share, this little green arrow? You click on that and it will pop up this thing. It will say something down here like, do you want to share? And you click on that and you'll see all these weird things. And then up here it says, you know, do you want to everyone to see your screen share? So you say yes, public, whatever it says. And then once you know you're sharing, then you can go ahead and minimize that. And you'll see that the camera has turned off because now people are literally watching what's on my screen. Or what's on your screen. Okay, so anything you pull up, any tab you pull up, okay, any tab you pull up, they'll be able to see. Okay, I got Facebook up here. You guys would see Facebook, except it takes forever, right? Pull up. This is something I was watching. Oh yeah, this is the earlier one today from Dan Lutz. I was just gonna watch that. Okay, so that's basically it. Now, let me go back out. When you're done, obviously, with screen sharing, you just click the stop broadcast.